And what's up, you guys? This is Andre Kenshin, and today I'm gonna be doing another episode of NBA 2K14. And you know the last episode, as the Chicago Bulls beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in a shootout fight, 133 to 127. Derrick Rose got 33 points and 22 assists. Jimmy Butler got 25, and Russell Westbrook got 38 and 7 as a huge shredder for Chicago as Derrick Rose complete the double-double with 22 assists and 33 points in a huge fight here in United Center in the Windy City battle for the shootout in St. Patrick's Day. And now we're going to conclusion for St. Patrick's Day. Heads to Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, featuring the Western Conference matchup features Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on JaVale McGee and Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets. And for this game, the Clippers going to use the red jersey and the Nuggets going to use the white. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video in Pepsi Center in Denver. And now we're going to send to Kevin Harlan here in Pepsi Center now, downtown Mile High. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy now.
Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports' presentation of the NBA. I'm Damon Bruce. It's a St. Paddy's Day special. Time for the NBA and a little wearing green. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the Denver Nuggets. The NBA on 2K Sports.
We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke is on the sideline. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. In breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Matt Barnes.
You know, he's an effort player, Kevin, a guy who competes defensively, willing to take on the opponent's best player. He runs the floor, a little bit erratic at times, but very scrappy, and you know what he's going to bring in terms of energy.
Yeah, he plays with an aggressive mentality, does a great job on the boards. And this is a one-and-done trip for Los Angeles before getting back to their Clipper fans. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
Seeing where the Clippers are, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason. And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup, make him earn it at the line. You know, CP3 did a lot of things, guys, to change the culture of the Clippers, but one that maybe gets overlooked is how much he encourages and model talking on defense with this team. If you don't call out a screen or a rotation on his team, he'll call you out about it.
Griffin stays with it and hits the off-balance shot.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got into good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Here's Fournier, right now averaging 11 points a game. Watson the pass to Fournier. On the wing, Chandler. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And we've seen the Clippers turn around over the last few years. It doesn't just happen purely with talent, although it helps, certainly. But, Steve, a lot of it has to do with the change in the team's mindset.
Yeah, you can load up a team with a bunch of scorers and talented players, but if they aren't playing for each other and motivated to have each other's backs, then it does nothing. And I think Paul has done wonders for just the chemistry and the mindset of this Clippers team.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
And guys, they've taken a huge step forward at the free throw line this season, especially when you compare it to last season. They're a completely different team in that area. That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper. Wilson Chandler was one of those guys who decided during the condensed season to play in China. Took him a while to get back to the NBA, and when he did, a hip injury kept him on the sidelines. But last season, he seemed to regain his earlier form. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Ball kicks to Crawford. Barnes dishes to Jordan. Fareed on him. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Jordan's got his first points of the night. And Wilson Chandler, 26 years of age, athletic, physical. The Nuggets gave him a nice 5-year contract on this basis of his potential.
Well, he's one of the players they got in the Carmelo Anthony trade. He's tough, low-maintenance guy, competes at both ends of the floor, and can really shoot the three-ball well, too. I think he complements what Denver has tried to do here in recent years, playing that up-tempo style and yet maintain that floor spacing in the half court.
And it's Paul penetrating, Fareed with the ball, and they're able to recover.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And the Clippers making a change here. Collison's out there. We'll now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Brian Shaw. Doris?
He knows that the challenge for his team in this game will be to slow down Blake. Griffin, whom he described as instant momentum. With Griffin being such a handful physically, they plan to limit his ability to get any space around the basket and hopefully cut down those powerful drives toward the rim.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
No problem backing that one up.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Crawford's shot is good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Open shot by Chandler. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Here's Griffin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Griffin's got 6.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Lawson kicks to Chandler. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here is Ford. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Miller outside. That one goes. Count.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Odom, the pass to Reddick. Dudley dishes to Reddick. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Collison kicks it to Odom. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Left side, Miller. Rejected by Dudley. And he recovers it. Now Collison. Dudley, covered by Foy. Dudley's shot is good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominate.
They'll get another chance. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Collison's got 5 points so far.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
They need this, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Odom dishes to Mullins. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Mullins got his first basket of the night. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. The Clippers on top. They're up by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
This Saturday, March 22nd, LeBron James and the Miami Heat hit the road for a duel with the New Orleans Pelicans. Live from New Orleans Arena, it's the real deal.
And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happening in this quarter.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Redick and Dudley filling out the perimeter. Myron Mullins is out there with Odom. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Shoots. Jump shot is good. Paul's got 5. Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call the mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
Odom's shot, good. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone.
You know, guys, you look at Chris Paul's path to greatness, and it's really kind of a neat story. When he was in high school, he didn't even make the varsity team until he was a junior and cracked 6 feet tall. And the school he wanted to go to, North Carolina, understandable for a kid who was in the state of North Carolina, the Tar Heels didn't even offer him a scholarship.
And there's the pass to Dudley. Redick. 14 feet away. And Miller with the block. Miller against Dudley. Miller, the pass to Miller. And he lobs it up over the rim. Hammers the alley through.
Really hard to decide, guys. Which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And with Chris Paul, he ended up playing 2 seasons at Wake Forest, led them to a Sweet 16 appearance. You know, the school retired his number 3 jersey back in March. So for a guy so lightly recruited out of high school, what an incredible achievement.
And his twin brother has been just as successful in the insurance business.
That's right, Cliff.
Yes, Cliff. Terrific. He handles my home and auto.
Does he?
Yes, he does. Yes.
I have an umbrella policy.
You do? He's a great assistant. Wonderful. And Miller with the block. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Mozgov kicks to Miller. Outside Robinson. There's the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, Robinson is a constant threat to heat up in a hurry, Kevin. He's one of those guys who has unlimited confidence, even when it's not quite warranted. He just gets out there, and he thinks he's going to make every shot, and he races around the floor and creates havoc. Great guy to have coming off your bench.
He's ideal to have coming off your bench. Instant energy. He'll do anything he needs to do to win, to help you win. Nate's competitive, and he's a terrific athlete. If he's not contributing with points, he'll be contributing with cheering. You got to love that about him. That enthusiasm is contagious.
Griffin kicks to Barnes. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here are some players that you want on the line as often as possible these days. For the past month, these are the leading free throw shooting 2 guards in the league. Second, Jamal Crawford.
He's just a guy that you do not want to send to the line. The defenders always have to think twice about initiating any contact with him because of that great percentage.
Yeah, and it allows him to be really hard charging in regards to getting to the basket. That's an advantage you enjoy as a perimeter player when you're so good at getting to the basket. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Ken?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
And that one's good, Griffin.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Lawson's against Paul. Lawson fires. And it's Denver scoring again. And the Clippers call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. energy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season. If you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Over the last few weeks, let's see how the Nuggets have performed. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, 12th in steals, and then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, this is a team that shoots the ball well, and I think the key is their accuracy from the three-point line. You look at that number in the top 10, as you talked about, Clark. You know, they've leaned on this of late, particularly, and I think their success from the three-point line has really allowed their offense to open up and become more balanced.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Nuggets, right now quite a ways down below.
When I look at Denver, they've experienced a sort of worst-case scenario season. Nothing has worked out for them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Clark. The expectations were definitely higher. Given what we thought they had talent-wise, it's kind of hard to believe they are where they are right now.
Paul kicks to Crawford. The dish to Griffin. For Reed's there. The feed now to Paul. Pass to Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Lawson outside. Here's Chandler, and Denver scoring again.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Gets it to go.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Here's McGee. Rejected by Barnes. The drive by Jordan. Gets the bucket. Jordan's got 7.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Clippers lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from all of us here at 2K Sports. Let's see who had the luck of the Irish in the first half. Los Angeles in front against Denver. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. Chris Paul having no trouble against this Denver defense. He's got 9 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And still in it, the Nuggets hanging around. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. JaVale McGee has been the X factor. He's been awfully strong tonight on the low blocks, dominating the paint. They've been leaning on his down-low scoring. He's been coming through. And to look at the games being played right now. The Phoenix Suns currently trailing to the Nets out in Brooklyn. That one just all but wrapped up in the 4th. Looking now at some games that are already wrapped up. Utah with a loss to the Rockets in Houston. It wasn't even close. A big disappointment from this club. It was Trey Burke leading them in scoring. Now we'll shift to games currently in progress. Out in Dallas, the Mavericks are ahead against Boston. Still anyone's game in the 4th quarter out there. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the 3rd quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The 3rd quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that talent in the second half.
Down low, it's for Reed and JaVale McGee. Awesome. Fournier man the back, and it's Chandler in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
On defense, the Clippers. Fournier dishes to Lawson. Here's Chandler. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. And that's now 10 points for Wilson Chandler. Ball goes in. McGee with the block. Now here's Chandler. He's got 10. Here's Fournier. And again, it's Denver.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Now Griffin inside. Chandler with the steal. On the wing, Chandler. And again, it's Denver.
Still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
The Clippers trail, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And you look at the box score from that game, guys, and the first thing you notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Yeah, and one thing the box score doesn't show is just how many points came as a direct result of those turnovers. There were a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when. Well, you know, Matt Barnes back in high school was an All-American wide receiver. He led the nation in touchdown catches his senior season.
Count that one. 14 points for Wilson Chandler.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure, the energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
Here's Griffin. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And for Matt Barnes, you can see some of that football influence in his style of play.
He's one of the highest recruited wide receivers coming out of high school before he went to play basketball at UCLA. But yeah, he really knows how to go and get that ball, whether it's a loose ball or an offensive rebound. And he's a good backdoor cutter as well.
You're right. He usually played high school ball in Sacramento. He had a lot of college coaches wanting to come play on fall Saturdays. Back to Collison. That's the 3 fly, and that one's good. Collison's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Lamar Odom is checked in for the Clippers. Reddick comes in for Jamal Crawford. Fareed. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing him do. But he hasn't had his usual impact offensively. I'll tell you what, he needs more touches.
Reddick with the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, once a shooter, always a shooter. J.J. Redick, one of the great marksmen of all time at Duke in the college game. And it's kept on rolling here in the NBA. He's got deep range on his 3. Can spot up and shoot from anywhere. And also put the ball on the floor a couple times and create a shot inside.
Great shot is right. And like you said, not only threes, but Steve, any shot where you give Reddick a chance to set his feet and get a clear view of the hoop. His shot form is just too consistent for him to miss. He's one of those players who works on that just so diligently. You know he's going to find a degree of success every time out there. Now the Clippers moving it up. Reddick's got the ball. Pass to Bullock. Collison. No good on the triple.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
1:09 left here in the 3rd quarter. And that one's good. Reddick's got 5 points in the quarter.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break.
Hammer time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship. ship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense. That's for sure.
And the basket good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they have ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Collison, the pass to Odom. Here's Bullock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 5. Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score, and that makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar. Right, Steve?
Pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, it's just everybody getting involved.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. For the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The Clippers on top, up 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
On tap this Wednesday, March 19th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Live from Philadelphia. Be there.
Got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. CB3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Byron Barnes is out there with Ryan Howard. A good look from Chandler. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers schedule is shaping up. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now off the inbound, and Paul lays it in. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Paul with the steal, takes the lead pass, gets it to go. And it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
It seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be.
With that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 7.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Here's Mullins. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
And that's an intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Los Angeles. The shot's good from McGee.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Griffin, Fareed defending. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That free throw good from Griffin. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. McGee sets the pick for Robinson. And Fournier gets the chance. Another three for Denver.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his 3rd three-pointer since the break. Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
That game really got out of control for them. And, you know, when the lead got big, it seemed like they just nailed it in. That was the disappointing part.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, until their mindset improves, Steve, that's exactly what's going to happen to them against better teams in the league.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Reddick. And it's Paul in for Darren Collison. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Robinson with it. Chris Paul covering.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
No, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to... Paul trying to focus now on the second. And the Nuggets making a change here. Lawson's checked in.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Jordan. The finger roll finishes the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Boy, you gotta love it. A picture-perfect alley-oop.
Surprise though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
I wanted to. Yeah, but it almost makes it a little more special, Kev. Just grace over power is the way I see it.
Stolen by Fareed, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Feeds it to Fournier. Count it, and the foul. Jamal Crawford makes one.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
They've been waiting for that one, guys.
Los Angeles is on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Ball outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lawson. He dishes it to Fournier. Chandler, and Fournier kicks to Lawson.
Not a good foul there. He's got the lead. You don't want to stop the clock in this situation.
Steve, SMH, man. Shaking my head on that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about that from the coach.
And Lawson hits 2 free throws.
Those were critical foul shots because we're at the point now where they can't be missing any of those.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Paul kicks to Griffin. Fareed's there. Ball's not loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. with the ball. Now Lawson defending. There's the steal.
Urgent possession here, Clark. They need a basket.
No doubt about it, Steve. They need quick, efficient scoring.
Good.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Second one is good. He's both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. It's a two-possession game now.
The three. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring down within one.
Defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they start the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. That's a 3-point game.
Boy, what nerves. Those free throws now put them in a very good position. 3 points ahead.
Crawford with the steal. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They lead by 5. Just 2 seconds left in the game. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Puts up the prayer. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Norris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
It might be close game here and now as in against, but the Clippers won't survive over the Nuggets. They're trying to go for game tying shot, but they ended up still. And Blake Griffin gets clutch back-to-back free throws, and 4 free throws to make the seal the deal for the Clippers as they take it away from the Nuggets. And Houston Rockets will clinch the postseason. So I'm going to skip it right now. We're going to check out some view box score. Wilson Chandler got 28, Chris Paul got 26, and Griffin got 20 in a huge battle contest as the Clippers win over the Nuggets. Move on to the next game here. 5 NBA games coming up. Heat, Cavaliers, Bucks, Blazers, Wizards, Kings, Raptors, Hawks, and Magic Warriors continuing playoff positioning. We're continuing all games here. We got, and somehow the Cavaliers stunned LeBron and the Heat. 18-9 for Andrew Bynum. Chris Bosh got 24 and 8. Even Dwayne Wade also 8. Ray Allen, LeBron, Mario Chalmers are also 10 points. 3 up to 10 points. We got the Blazers, Wizards, Hawks, and Magic. Wow. That will be a good one here. So now we move on March 19. Skipping from Bulls, Sixers to the Timberwolves, Mavericks. So there's no flex game here. Pacers, Knicks, they will be kept unless. So you see you got Chicago, Philadelphia, Utah, Memphis, Toronto, New Orleans, Detroit, Denver, Orlando, Phoenix, Miami, Boston, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Minnesota, Dallas, and our back-to-back games here we got San Antonio Spurs and Los Angeles Lakers are tomorrow night, and our Thursday night for head to Madison Square Garden for Indiana Pacers and the surging New York Knicks. Gonna skip right here for Buckeyes and then. Skipping for Timberwolves and the Mavericks instead of flexing to the Pacers Knicks. So I'm going to start out with the Bulls and the Sixers win by 1 point, 112 to 111 in the close game. Daniel Young got 24, Jason Richardson got 21-13, Derrick Rose got 32, Noah got 24, and Bulls are 12 and 10. Jazz and the Grizzlies win by 32 points. Tayshaun Prince got 20. Jeremy Lucas got 18, not bad. Raptors and the Pelicans win. Anthony Davis got triple-double. Tyreek Evans not even got triple-double. Eric Gordon got 18. DeMar DeRozan got 28. And Kyle Lowry even not failed triple-double. Pistons and the Nuggets and the Pistons win. Wilson Chandler got 20. Ray Maron got 33. Jason Smith got 21. Magic and the Suns and Magic win. 23 points for Goran Dragic. Karen Butler got 22. Markieff Morris got 19-11. Boosie Beach got 22. Aflalo got 21. Turkoglu got 20. Heat and the Celtics, and Heat will win, bounce back. Avery Bradley got 25. Jeff Green got 19. Boyd with Gerald Wallace and got 50 on rebounds. Dwayne Wade 34. LeBron 25. Bobcats and the Nets win, remains division leading. Joan Johnson and Darren Williams got 22. Gordon got 19 points. They were not going to flex for Minnesota and Dallas because the weakness because of it's supposed to be a good playoff positioning instead of Indiana, New York. Right here, Minnesota and Dallas still continue on the roll. Monte Ellis got 31. Dirk Nowitzki got 24. Vince Carter got 16, Sean Marion got 12 and 10, Kevin Martin got 34 and 9. A huge contest win for the Mavericks and continue to extend 18 games in a row since the struggle. Mavericks are now move up the number 6 seed. It will be flexed on April 4th. We'll play against the Lakers on ESPN Friday. That will be contest. Will be a good, interesting showdown between Kobe and Dirk. Here's the standings. Houston, OKC, Clippers, Spurs, Lakers, Mavericks, Grizzlies, and the Warriors in the hunt. Portland, Minnesota, that will be good. On the other hand, in the East, already Miami secured the top spot. Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, Indiana, Atlanta, and Orlando in the hunt for the playoff positions. That will be a wrap up here. So, it's time to semifinals now. There will be wrapping up here for the NBA St. Patrick's Day. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and the first game of the tomorrow we're off to Staples Center in LA. We got Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili of the San Antonio Spurs take on Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers for the third time this season between those two teams. And the next game on our hand, there's no flexing in Madison Square Garden will be a good one here in the Eastern Conference rival. We got Paul George of the Indiana Pacers take on the surging Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. As the basketball NBA season is over, the off season begins. You know, Kevin Durant joins the Rockets, and now Jrue Holiday trade to Portland Trail Blazers. No way! How did they do that? So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Clippers survive in a thriller win over the Nuggets in St. Patrick's Day, 104-97. This is Andre Kenshin. Stay silent for Pepsi Center in Denver. We'll see you tomorrow for the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. And Thursday, we're off the Madison Square Garden, New York for the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. We're off the Staples Center in LA for the Los Angeles Lakers host the San Antonio Spurs, and followed by the second game, actually followed by Thursday game here in Madison Square Garden, New York City for the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks as we approach the 2K14 Simulate for the playoffs. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow here at Staples Center.